Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening, actually. Welcome to my live. So as you've seen the topic today, I will be talking about skilled workers in the United Kingdom who is experiencing problems or issues with their skilled worker visa. Okay? So if you're on a skilled worker visa in the United Kingdom and it has been revoked, cut or curtailed, and you have no money, this is the live for you. I will be telling you how you can address this issue to enable you to stay in the United Kingdom if you want to stay in the United Kingdom, okay? If you want to go back to your home country or your country of origin, then that's fine. But if your skilled worker visa has been revoked and you would like to remain in the United Kingdom, this is the live for you. I will be telling you how you can stay in the United Kingdom. Okay? So you can type in the chat if you have any immigration question, any immigration concerns in the United Kingdom. But today, I am going to talk about skilled workers in the United Kingdom. And if your visa has been curtailed or revoked, I will address how you can regularize your stay in the United Kingdom. So you do not have to leave the country. You can stay in the UK if that's your wish. If you want to go back to your country of origin after your skilled worker visa has been revoked, then that's an option for you as well. If you would like to remain in the United Kingdom, then stay on this live. I will be telling you your options and your rights, how you can stay in the United Kingdom. I know some person's concern is that they have no money to seek legal advice. So I will also be addressing if you have no money to seek private legal advice, how you can obtain private legal advice without money. So stay on this live as I address these issues. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put the questions in the chat. Any immigration question that you have, and I will be able to address them for you today. Thanks for all those who have joined so far. Thank you. Please be sure to follow my page, All Things Legal, where I will be addressing all things legal, anything legal in the UK, in the Caribbean. I will be addressing those issues and I can surely answer your questions, or I can refer you on to my colleagues or someone else who I know can give you satisfactory immigration advice. Okay. So share the live, guys. Share the live. Invite your friends to join this live as I'll be talking about skilled worker visas that has been revoked in the UK. What can you do? How can you stay in the United Kingdom if that's your wish? And if you have no money, what are your options? Because everyone knows that there's legal aid, which is free legal service for everyone, but it can be detrimental sometimes. You may not get a bespoke advice or bespoke service. So if you take private legal advice, you may get a tailored advice to you, tailored service, bespoke. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining. Please share the live. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about skilled worker visa in the United Kingdom and the visa being revoked. You do not have any money to make an application to stay in the United Kingdom. What can you do? Okay, no skilled worker visa, no money. What can you do if you want to stay in the UK? So generally, persons obtain skilled worker visa from outside the United Kingdom, whether you're coming to the UK to be a carer or a babysitter, or you're coming as an accountant, etc. Different jobs, mostly jobs that are on the shortage occupation list. Okay, you come to the UK on your skilled worker visa, you come to work. You expect to work on maybe you receive a 2.5-year visa, or you receive a 3-year visa, but you expect to come to the UK and to work on using your skilled worker visa. For some odd reason, your visa got curtailed, your visa got revoked. And the common reason most time is that the company that would have sponsored you, their sponsorship license would have been revoked for some odd reason. Okay, maybe the company has been found guilty of not keeping proper records or their accounts, but something happened with the company and the Home Office, and their sponsor license has been revoked. So therefore, all skilled worker visas on that sponsor license in the United Kingdom will also be revoked. Okay, now your employer, let's use for example a care home. Yeah, so you're a carer. So usually the employer will tell you about the issues that they're having with Home Office, and if they receive a notice that their license is going to be revoked, they may share that with you as well. So you may have advance notice of what is happening. If your employer, who is also your sponsor, does not share that with you, then Home Office will write to you, okay, at your last known address on their record. They would write to you stating that your entry clearance visa in the United Kingdom has been cancelled, okay? And they will state also the date on which the visa will expire. So they will state also the date on which the visa will expire. So if you do, what you can do, etc. Okay? Now, once you receive that letter, there's a time span in which you must try to regularize your stay or your immigration status in the United Kingdom. So, for example, in your letter, they will state to you, they will say, you still have permission until XX date. So, for example, the 1st of September 2024, and the current conditions of your stay will continue to apply until then. Okay? Now, what they would say to you as well, before your permission ends, you must either leave the United Kingdom or make another application to stay here, if that is your choice. Right? So in the letter, they will outline to you every step, everything that you must consider. So they will say to you, before the permission, which is before the 1st of September 2024, you must either leave the UK or make another application to stay here. So you have your options then and there as to what you must do. If you decide to stay in the UK, you must find another application, or you must make another application within that time period. So for example, they may give you 3 months time period to find another job or leave the UK. Now, you would ask us as lawyers, what are my options? What should I do? And we would say to you, don't worry, don't be frustrated. You have options. So one of your options will be is either to seek another skilled worker visa within that time period. Now, this option may be very, very hard for persons to do, because if the Home Office gives you 3 months, then which means you have within 3 months to try and find a new employer, a new sponsor. Okay, a company with a sponsor license who can give you a COS, which is a certificate of sponsorship to stay in the United Kingdom. So that's the first option, is to try and obtain another skilled worker visa within the time frame that Home Office gave to you. Okay. The second option is to seek or to make another immigration application so that you can stay in the country. Now, this other application, it should not be just something random. It should be something that aligns with you. Another application that you think is best for you to make based on your circumstances. Okay? So there are many other immigration applications that you can make to stay here in the United Kingdom. For an example, are you in fear of persecution if you return to your home country or your country of origin? This will be something for you to think about. Your skilled worker visa has been curtailed. You have the option to go back, which is to leave the UK, go back to your country of origin, or you have the option to find or to make another application to stay here. Think about what is happening to you. Think about what happened to you before you came to the UK to work. Think about your life back in your country of origin. Think about your life while you came to the UK. Has anything happened to you? Why can't you go back to your country of origin? What do you fear? If you fear persecution, and that's the reason why you cannot go back, there's an immigration application that you can make which will allow you to stay in the United Kingdom. Also, if you have a human rights claim, there's also a human rights application that you can make outside the immigration rules. What you can think about as well, while you're here working, did you give birth to a child? This one is for the ladies and even the men. Did you create a family life here, private and family life here? So there are many options that you can think about, but you will need legal advice. Please share the live, everyone, and invite your friend into this conversation. It's a very interesting one. Okay, so you would need legal advice, because if you sit in your living room at home, or you sit in your kitchen or your dining room and you're sad, you're crying, you want to know what to do next, that would not help the situation. Okay, someone has wants invitation to go live together. Okay, they've declined. If you have any question, be sure to put your questions in the chat and I'll definitely answer them. Okay. So rather than sitting at home and being sad, being dreary, get up and go and seek legal advice. As I mentioned before, legal aid is there for everyone, but it may not be what you want. So if you want a bespoke service, seek private legal advice. If you need my contact details, send me a message and I'll definitely get that over to you. But it's always best to have private legal advice, because with that, you will be given all the options available to you. Okay, and it'll be up to you to think through all of your options why you cannot leave the UK. Okay, now there are a few more options that you can also explore to make an application to stay in the United Kingdom. If your skilled worker visa, this is what we're talking about today, your skilled worker visa has been revoked. Okay. Now, if you decide to go back to your country, that's an option as well. So you can book a flight and return to your country. If you have no money to do that, you can write to the Home Office and they can assist you with your flight to go back to your country. Okay. Now, let's move on. So we have explored the options available to persons whose skilled worker visa has been curtailed. All right. I've told you your options. You have to think about it. Okay, so the first option, I'll just recap them quickly before I move on to how you can be funded if you have no money. Okay, so as we said, the first thing to do, if your skilled worker visa has been curtailed or revoked, do not sit at home and cry. Do not be sad. It's a time for you to be very, very active and to find a solution if you cannot return to your country of origin. Get up and get out and see an immigration solicitor and get some advice. The first option is for you to try and find another skilled worker visa while you are here in the UK. It may be a job that you don't want, but if you want to stay here, you try your best to find that other certificate of sponsorship, COS. Okay? If that does not work, which is very hard, then the next option is to make a relevant immigration application, an application that is relevant to you. So, for example, you may have given birth while in the UK. You have developed private, you have established private and family life here. That's a human right application. You may have a fear of persecution if you return to your country of origin. You are the only one who know or is aware of what happened to you back in your country of origin, what you went through. If you fear persecution of returning to your home country, you can make an asylum application. If you have a human rights claim, you can make a human rights claim application outside immigration rules. Any medical issues, whatever has happened to you or is happening to you, there are immigration applications that you can make that will allow you to stay here in the United Kingdom. Okay, please share the live, everyone. This is a very interesting discussion. Please be sure to put your comments or your questions in the chat below and share the live with your friends, share the live with anyone. We are talking today about skilled worker visa in the UK, and it has been revoked for some reason or the other. Most times it's because your sponsor license has been curtailed, and so there's a knock-on effect. What can you do? Okay, so I've given you your options. Now let us look at, you have no money. And this is what most people say to you when they come to your firm, and when they come to your solicitor's firm, private firm, and they say, I have no money. How can I make this application to stay here? I cannot go back to where I originally came from because I fear persecution there. I have no life there. I have developed and established a private and family life here in the UK. I cannot go back. I want to stay here, but I have no money to make another application. What can you do? I know there are many persons in this situation. Many persons. And they need to know what they can do. Hence the reason I'm here to share with you what can be done if you're in this situation or you know of someone in this situation as well. I'm giving you immigration advice for free, but for your benefit. You can always thank me later. Okay? All right, so let's move on. So you want to make an application, but you have no money. No money to make the application. What can be done? The first thing you can do, you can try to borrow the money, maybe from a friend, a family, an ex-co-worker, someone from church. You try to borrow the money, try to get a loan so you can make your application to regularize your stay in the United Kingdom. If that has failed you, then the next option is what we call fee waiver application. Okay, so Home Office understands that not everyone have money to pay Home Office fees to make an application. And because they understand this, there's an application called a fee waiver. Now, I can go on and on about this fee waiver application and the advantages and the disadvantages. But the main point to gather from this today is that there's an application that you can make if you have no money to pay for your immigration application. So you can remain here in the United Kingdom. Also, some immigration applications are free. You don't need to pay anything to Home Office. While some you have to pay. But if you have no money, it can be waived. Okay? And this is the Home Office fee. You may have legal fees to pay to your lawyer or your solicitor who assist you with the application. But what I do know is that some solicitors, they can give you a payment plan. Okay? So you don't need to worry about finding £4,000 right now. You can ask for a payment plan and they can give you a payment plan to make your payment towards their legal fee. Okay, but for Home Office fees, you can apply for a fee waiver. In a different live, I will discuss about fee waiver applications. So I'll give you a bit more insight as to how you can make this application and the advantages and the disadvantages. But just bear in mind that if your skilled worker visa has been curtailed, it has been revoked, and you have 3 months or less than 3 months to either leave the UK or make another application to stay in the UK, and you have no money, just remember that you can apply for a fee waiver whereby you do not have to pay Home Office fees in order to make that application. So there, everything is sorted for you. You cannot go back, that's fine. You still have the option to go back if you want to. But if you obtained another certificate of sponsorship, or for some other reason that is important to you that you cannot go back, make an application to stay here. Make the relevant application. Get legal advice, private legal advice. Okay? And regularize your stay in the UK. Don't wait until the time period has expired that Home Office gave you, because then if that expires, it breaks the chain, it breaks your immigration history chain. Yeah? So if you make another application within that time frame, then your immigration history or status continues. If you wait until that time frame has expired, then it breaks the chain of your immigration status. I hope you understand that, yeah? So make an application promptly, ASAP, to stay here in the United Kingdom if you cannot return to your home country. Okay? And there are many other things that I can explain today, but I will keep this live short as it is my second live here explaining immigration matters in the United Kingdom. But on a separate live, I will explain about how the fee waiver application works. Okay, the advantages and the disadvantages. Now, All Things Legal is a platform. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. So I'd like to ask everyone here that's watching or will be watching to go over to my YouTube channel and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm just going to show you my YouTube channel here. Okay, so if you go over to All Things Legal, that's it there. Okay, All Things Legal. You would see I have lots of videos up there. This is the one that I had there today. So it's All Things Legal, and that's how my page looks on YouTube. So if you can head over to YouTube and subscribe to my channel, it's All Things Legal. There's a video there today on graduate visa route. It's a very interesting channel. I explain everything legal there, all things legal. So if you can head on over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate that. And also if you can tell a friend about my channel, my TikTok account here, that would be appreciated as well. Okay, so it's All Things Legal on all platforms. Go on over and subscribe to me. Okay, so I'm going to end this live now. It has been a very interesting live. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat or to send me a message, and I will definitely respond to you. My next live, I'll be talking about another immigration topic as well. If you have any questions about immigration system in the Caribbean, also I cover that as well. So feel free to reach out to me. So thank everyone for watching today. And tell a friend to tell a friend about this platform. Please continue to like, share, and to subscribe, and to follow me. Okay? Thank you. Bye for now.